Welcome students. Today again we are going to learn about types of sentences. You have already learned 4 types of sentences. Which are the 4 types? Declarative. Okay, we will list down. Declarative. Another name for declarative is assertive. Yes. Next is interrogative. Third one, imperative. And fourth, do you remember? Exclamatory. Okay. Now, what are declarative sentences? They generally tell us the fact or information. Okay. Interrogative sentences are questions. What are imperative sentences? They are generally commands or requests. And exclamatory sentences express strong feelings. Okay? So, we have now briefly revised about the types of sentences. Now, declarative sentences can be affirmative or negative. Okay? So, now we are talking about declarative sentences. So, declarative sentences can be affirmative or negative. Okay. Suppose if I say Rohan goes to school. This is an affirmative statement. Okay. Affirmative sentence. Rohan goes to school. Okay. This is affirmative sentence. Now, if I say Rohan does not go to school, then it becomes a negative sentence. Okay. Rohan does not go to school. Okay. Then this becomes a negative sentence. Whenever we add not, then it becomes a negative statement. So, the word, whenever we use the word not, we change that sentence to a negative sentence. Okay. Now, suppose if I want to change this sentence to interrogative. Okay. Interrogative means question. So, how will I form a question? Rohan goes to school. I want to form a question based on this sentence. So, it will be, here we have to first identify the verb. Verb here is goes and subject is Rohan. So, my question will be, does Rohan go to school? Okay. Does Rohan go to school? And of course, you will will have to put a question mark. Every interrogative statement, that is, every interrogative sentence ends with a question mark. Okay? So, here, while forming the interrogative sentence, we have to pay attention to the verb, and also you have to keep in mind what tense is used. Okay? Whenever, now here, this is present tense. So, we have to keep it same. Though you are changing the type of sentence from affirmative to negative or interrogative. Okay, this is interrogative. Even if you are transforming the sentence into another type, even then you have to keep the tense same as it is given in the original sentence. Okay? If you will change the tense, then it will be incorrect. It will be a mistake. Okay? One more thing to be remembered over here is, while forming a question, you will have a query in your mind that can we form WH questions. म्हणजे तुम्हाला असं वाटेल की ह्याचं आपल्याला क्वेश्चन फॉर्म करायचा आहे, तर मग तो WH क्वेश्चन का नाही फॉर्म करायचा. त्याचा आन्सर असा आहे की whenever you are given this type of sentences to transform into interrogative, at that time we should either have yes or no as our answer. म्हणजे तो प्रश्न फॉर्म केल्यानंतर त्याचं उत्तर आयदर हो किंवा नाही ह्यामध्येच असणं अपेक्षित आहे. सो जर का आपण WH क्वेश्चन्स फॉर्म केले तर मग आपल्याला हो किंवा नाही असं उत्तर मिळणार आहे का? नाही ना. सो whenever you are asked to change the sentence from to interrogative, at that time the key point to be remembered is the answer should be in either yes or no. Okay? Now suppose in case if certain words are underlined, okay, like here if I underline Rohan and then you are asked to change it to interrogative. Now here because Rohan is underlined, so this is the expected answer. म्हणजे रोहनला जर का अंडरलाइन केलंय आणि तुम्हाला जर का ब्रॅकेटमध्ये विचारलंय की फॉर्म WH क्वेश्चन, तर ॲट दॅट टाइम you can ask who goes to school, because at that time you are specifically asked to form a WH question and Rohan is underlined. At that time who goes to school is the correct question. But if school is underlined, in that case, if school is underlined and in brackets if you are specifically asked to form WH question, then at that time school is the expected answer. So at that time what will be your question? Where does Rohan go? Because school is the expected answer and it relates to place, so at that time, only at that time your question will be where does Rohan go. पण एरवी जेव्हा असं काही अंडरलाइन केलेलं नसतं आणि तुम्हाला इंटरोगेटिव्ह मध्ये ट्रान्सफॉर्म करायचं असेल सेंटेन्स, तर अशा वेळेला तुम्ही येस और नो इज द एक्सपेक्टेड आन्सर and form the question accordingly. So it generally starts with helping verbs or auxiliary verb. Okay, remember this. Now let us see another example. I have a bunch of flowers. What type of sentence is this? Affirmative. Why? Have we used not in this sentence? No. So this is affirmative. we want to transform this sentence to negative sentence. Negative sentence necessarily requires the word not. ओके नाही, निगेटिव्ह सेंटेन्स करायचंय म्हणजे आपल्याला नॉट हा वर्ड यूज करायचा आहे, बरोबर. सो आणि एक लक्षात घ्या की निगेटिव्ह सेंटेन्स करायचं आहे, त्यामुळे वी आर जस्ट गोइंग टू यूज द वर्ड नॉट इन द सेंटेन्स. ओके, मग ते ऑब्वियसली मीनिंग चेंज होणारच आहे. इट इज गोइंग टू बी डिफरंट. बट ॲट दिस पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम वी आर जस्ट आस्क्ड टू ट्रान्सफॉर्म इट टू निगेटिव्ह सेंटेन्स. आणि मीनिंग चेंज झालं तरी हरकत नाही आहे. वी आर नॉट गोइंग डीप इन टू दॅट पार्ट. मे बी यू विल लर्न दॅट इन हायर स्टँडर्ड्स, बट नॉट नाव. आता आपल्याला निगेटिव्ह सेंटेन्स करायचं आहे म्हणजे काय करायचं आहे, वी आर गोइंग टू फॉर्म अ सेंटेन्स युजिंग द वर्ड नॉट. ओके, मग तो नॉट कुठे यूज करायचा, दॅट इज ऑल्सो व्हेरी इम्पॉर्टंट. नॉट हा वर्ड कुठेही यूज केला तर सेंटेन्स बरोबर होईल का? आर यू गोइंग टू से आय हॅव नॉट अ बंच ऑफ फ्लावर्स? इज इट करेक्ट? ऑफकोर्स नॉट. इट साउंड्स रॉन्ग and it is grammatically incorrect. So how will be your negative sentence? I do not have a bunch of flowers. So it will be I do not have a bunch of flowers. Okay, this is the correct negative sentence. There is also another way in which you form a negative sentence. It will be I have no bunch of flowers. Okay, if you say I have no bunch of flowers, again here we have used the word no. So this will be a negative sentence. Okay, words like no or not make the sentence negative. Okay, so these are the two ways in which you can form negative sentences. Okay, now let us form interrogative sentence. So what will be your interrogative sentence? I have a bunch of flowers. So it will be do I have a bunch of flowers? Okay, do I have a bunch of flowers? And it will end with a question mark. This is very important. Don't forget this. Okay, so do I have a bunch of flowers? Okay, suppose if it was he has a bunch of flowers, then what will be your question? How will you form the interrogative sentence? If I say he has a bunch of flowers, then it will be does he have a bunch of flowers? मग काय चेंज होतं तिकडे? Does. Okay, so these are the things that you should remember. Now let us come to another example. Sia, this is second, this is third example. Sia is reading. Okay, again this is affirmative. Okay, now let us transform this sentence to negative. Okay, so what you will do, you will use the word not and it will be used after is. Okay, so our sentence will be Sia is not reading. Okay, This is negative. Now suppose we want to transform it to interrogative. What will be your question? Remember, the answer should be yes or no. So the question would be, is Sia reading? Okay. So your question would be, is Sia reading? Question mark. So this is your interrogative sentence. Okay. So the structure of the sentence is very important. Generally in affirmative sentences, the structure is subject plus verb plus object. Okay. In negative sentence, the structure is subject, verb plus negative word. It will be not, and then the main verb, and then it will be object. And for interrogative sentences, the structure will be auxiliary verb, then the subject, then the main verb. Okay. So remember these points, and now today you have learned how to transform the sentences from affirmative to negative and interrogative. So homework for you today will be transform the given sentences. Here are the 4 sentences that you are going to transform. This should be done in your